I'm so glad we had adversity. Last year, we rolled through the season. I just want to remind you that you can save 10% on your order with Symphony of Balloons, a luxury balloon company that also offers a 360 camera. Just simply mention you heard about them on Breaking Through Glass Ceilings. Ladies and gentlemen, it is official. I'm sitting here on my couch. I didn't feel like changing everything around, but the Baltimore Orioles are back in the playoffs, baby. Anybody knows me knows I love me some baseball. And shout out to my Orioles. Ice the Pepsi. Get it ready. I had to make a video real quick. I said, you know what? My O's made the playoffs, second year in a row, man. So let me tell you a story. Last time they made it back to back, it was 96, 97. We all know the debacle from 96. Jeffrey Mayer, y'all know what he did. But I remember that year because my first full season watching baseball and understanding was 96. 95, I remember when I first got into it, that's when I started playing at school, and they were mediocre. And, you like the Orioles because that's the home team. And, the big story in 95 was obviously Cal Ripken's 21-31. So then 96 comes along and they got a squad. I had pretty much learned so much about baseball during the offseason because I had the video game. Shout out to World Series Baseball 95. I had that. And then I also had these baseball cards, which are in my closet. So I'm watching, and I'm learning who's the who's who of baseball. So I learned, okay, we get Roberto Alomar. Okay, he was nice with the Blue Jays. All right, we got Rafael Palmeiro. We got Bobby Bonilla. Okay, he's good. BJ Surhoff. And I said, oh man, this is like an all-star team. They go in and hit. Everybody had 20 home runs. But they was a wild card, and I was watching some stuff, and I said, oh, okay. So it was a lot of stuff going on. But then this year, then the next year, 97, we go wire to wire. And I'm thinking, all right, we missed it. And I remember talking to my grandmother, and she said, there's always next year. Next year wouldn't come till 2012. And that sucked, man. Those long years from 2000, 2012, waiting always from 97 to get back to the playoffs. So, but then we missed it in 13 because we had a bad August. But that was the year Chris Davis had hit all them home runs. Then in 2014, y'all know that was the year we should have won. And that was when I was working at ESPN. And I'm thinking every day, if those who work at ESPN, y'all know about the Hall of Champions they had that first year. And every day I would walk across, man. And we just didn't, we just didn't do it. It was the Kansas City Royals in our way. So I was thinking next year, I remember that first game, I was sitting there and it was good. That first game of 2015, but then we had, we struggled towards the end, didn't make it. But then 2016, kind of reminded you like this year, not gonna lie to you, we started off well, had some hiccups, lost the division, had to go in the wild card, had to go all the way to Toronto. And we know how that ended. But then, it was some more struggle years. I remember we had to trade Manny. Didn't like it at all. But guess what? Sometimes you got to take a step back to make a step forward. And I believe, I may be wrong, y'all. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But I believe one of the guys we traded for Manny, we got back for Manny Machado, pitched tonight, and that is D. Kramer. I was hard on Kramer. I went to my first game this year I went to, and he lost. He lost to the Milwaukee Brewers, and I didn't think the Brewers were that good. I was all right, but Joey Ortiz had a good game that day. I don't know if D.R. Hall pitched. This was back in April or May. And I was like, man, okay, we lost, whatever. But then, I went back to the game a couple weeks ago. Shout out, me and my lady went, and that was her second time, first night game, and D. Kramer. I was like, oh, I got Kramer again. And, he went out there, he did his thing. The first time I got to see Gunnar hit a home run in person. Everybody knows Gunner's my favorite player. And, I wanted to wear this shirt then, but I said, no. I didn't even wear it watching the game. I said, I'm going to wait. Now, those October Ready shirts, I'm looking at it, and I was behind the screen. Those October Ready shirts look really good, but I made a statement. I said, nope, no more division title shirts. No more none of those. I got the Take East. I think I got the Take East shirt also. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got it somewhere. But I said, no more division championship merch. We're going to wear World Series merch. But I'm so happy. And one of the things, as I watch this team celebrate, I want to invite you to check out my mother's book, The Tears Behind My Smile. This book is a tribute to my uncle, but it's about not only celebrating his life, but it's also a reminder of how family and true love can endure even in the face of life's greatest challenges. So make sure you check out this book. You can find it on Amazon. The link is in the bio. The Tears Behind My Smile by Robin Waters. Ladies and gentlemen, are you in the gym every week? Are you looking to kind of keep yourself cool while you work up a nasty sweat? Well, I got the best thing for you. Cooling bands, bandanas, cooling towels, and so much more. Go to Vertical Athletics, get your favorite team in MLS or MLB, or guess what? Now they have a custom option so you can upload your own logo and you can save 10% at checkout when you enter the code Brian H. Waters. Go to verticalathletics.com, use the code Brian H. Waters to save 10% on some of your best cooling gear.
Welcome back to Where WWE Meets Pop Culture, and it is me, Queen PR. We get into all of this past week's wrestling and pop culture news, all the top rope tea. Thank you for blessing us with these photos of you, this dress, honey, boo, phew, with the hot emoji. I can say, she said hi, I said hi, and I was like, oh my God, that engagement was crazy, and it was just such an easy opening, and she was like, right? So she also wore a Fashion Nova dress, but the way it hugged her, I'm like, yes, queen, with some Steve Madden heels. Shout out to my millennials if y'all know about Steve Madden. Deep purple. And these are one of those occasions where like the whole look works, because even I feel like the beard even goes with the look. Like, it seems random at first, but then it kind of makes all the sense in the world. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is not the first time this happened.
One of the things I noticed, man, everything looks better in place, right? It felt like we struggled, and I'm so glad we had adversity. Last year, we rolled through the season, didn't get swept. We lost some series, but it was like, but it was amazing because you can't take away last year. 101 wins, something I had never seen before in my love of baseball. But this year we got over, we struggled, and I kept saying, we just got to get healthy. And it's just, when I'm watching this game, it just felt right. They playing the New York Yankees, and no matter how good they are, how bad they are the New York Yankees. Now the Yankees, I'm not going to say it, but I guess I got to say it. They are the division leaders. They have a 5-game lead now. All they need to do is 5 games left. If the Orioles win out, they have the tiebreaker because they won the series against the New York Yankees. But with 5 games left, if the Orioles take these next 2 in New York and go to Minnesota and take all 3, they're the division champs, y'all. They're the division champs. That sounds good, don't it? But I mean, even if it don't, like I said, they're the New York Yankees. They got high while the Orioles were struggling, and it's been a battle all year, a whole battle. But for the Orioles to go into New York tonight and be able to celebrate inside the stadium, inside their clubhouse. But before I get there, for them to go in there and remember how to hit. Because that's been a lot of problems. The pitcher's been doing well, but the hitting. And then at one time when the hitting was doing well, the bullpen wasn't doing well. But they figured out how to hit. And when there was a play where it looked like, oh my goodness, here come the Yankees. They about to tie the game. They had, the defense held it down, and they was able to get the runner in the rundown. And then Ramon Urias Or maybe I got the sequence wrong. Y'all know. But Ramon Arias hits a home run. Colton Cowser goes deep. And the Orioles just put the game away when it came time for a pitcher change. Dominguez and Soto. Shout out to Renee Washington. We've been talking. And, we got them from Philly. And they were issues. They were issues in Philly, but they came here and they've been doing the thing. And, it's been a little rocky a little bit, but tonight and lately it's been good. And the Orioles are going to the playoffs. And like I said, just watching this team celebrate, that's the love. That's the love. And shout out to Jackson Holiday. Did y'all see? Well, maybe y'all watched this by now. He had a bottle that said a water bottle or something. As we know, Jackson Holiday is only 20 years old, 19 or 20 years old, so he's not able to drink yet. But the Orioles beat the Yankees 5-3. They win the season series for the second straight year. Gunnar Henderson, the Orioles MVO this year, and man, is great. I am happy. What a night. Baltimore, stand up. The Ravens got it done earlier this week, their first win, but the Orioles are going back to the playoffs, and it just feels good. This is what the suffering of those 100 lost teams means, to get back-to-back teams, because it's not easy getting the playoffs. Everybody can think it's easy. It's not. It's not easy getting into the playoffs, but the Orioles have done it, folks, and I'm excited. Y'all go celebrate. Thank you for tuning in this episode of Breaking Through Glass Ceilings with uncomfortable conversations. Obviously, tonight's a very comfortable conversation because my Baltimore Orioles are back in the playoffs 2 years in a row. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support this podcast by wearing a t-shirt, whether it's the one that says Breaking Through Glass Ceilings or the one that says No Ceilings Above Success, simply go to foryourwear.com. Also, you can support some of your other favorite podcast and content creators, including Those Wrestling Girls, Seahawk, and the Wrestling Club. And you can support some of your favorite independent wrestlers, including Jay Bougie, Trisha Dora, Chaz the Dawn. Shoot, all the Pure Ignorance is on there. So go on foryourwear.com, go under personalities, you'll find Brian H. Waters, and buy a t-shirt. And remember, I'll give you a shout out on the show.